Hello everyone and welcome. Hello over there and welcome to another tutorial on this channel. So today we are going to be taking a look at how to fix emails not working on your WordPress website. So perhaps you have an email contact, a contact form on your website, and anytime a visitor sends you an email, is not going to your email, whether it is your custom email address or your Gmail address or any of your email address. So in this particular tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to fix that. So in this tutorial, I have a particular website, a domain website that I generated there, which is an AC website, basically a website for an air conditioner specialist to showcase its expertise and services. So we have the home page here, and we have some pages here: the about, the services, the contact, and the get quote. So when you browse through the website, you're going to see some other call to action, and we have okay, what does the specialist do? Heating system installation, air conditioner repairing services, and the lights and some other features part of it. So this is actually not the major concern. This is of course, a dummy website, and the most important part that we want to focus on is actually the contact form. So in this case, when you visit the contact page of the website, I have the form here, which is the contact form here, and when I open my dashboard, I have the I'm presently using WP Forms for the forms, and this is the simple contact form that I created, and from this simple contact form I have the form that it's being created here. So specifically any feature you want to add to show on the website, so it's going to make do of it on the website. And when you go to the form here, you can see all the feeds that is there is definitely here. And then I also attached a particular settings to it, that for the notification, that is anytime a new visitor sends me a message using this form, so the notification should be sent to my it should be sent to my email. So I have this default notification here, that is it is so that is it is the so that is it should be sent to the email address here. And I also have the confirmations here, but the notification part is the way where you want to focus on. So the send to is the email address I want to be receiving entry notifications. That is anytime a visitor send me an email, it should be delivered here. So now, and I have this email that is right there. So now I'm going to do something. Now I'm going to send an email from here. So I'm going to say the first name is Prince, the last name is Doremi, and the email is example@gmail.com, and the phone number is 1234567 for example. And hello, I would like you to take a look at my air conditioning system. I do not know what is wrong with it. So when I send submit now, usually immediately this message is sent. So it said, thanks for contacting us, we'll be in touch with you shortly. So that email is meant to be sent also to my email. So now when I open my inbox, of course I did not receive any new message, which is the purpose of this tutorial, that is emails not going through anytime a user sends you a message. And this is actually creating an underlying issue for a very long time, and I wasn't also aware of it for a while. Although the form that I was using, I was able to see entries from the back end of my website that these are the people that are contacting me through the form, but I'm not receiving the notification on my emails until I was able to fix that, and I've been able to do it for other websites that I've built for business owners. So in this video, we are also going to take a look at how to fix yours. So we can do that by simply making use of the SMTP. So we are going to learn more about how SMTP actually works like. So when you go to when you're using WP Forms, you can simply click on SMTP form here. So what does SMTP does? It makes email deliverability easy for WordPress, and it fixes all deliverability problems with your WordPress email form notification. So this WP Mail SMTP is built by the same people behind WP Forms, and it is being used by 2 million websites. So although there are also actually other method that you can use, but this is actually very recommended to use. So, and it is it supports emails like Gmail, your custom email, smtp.com, and all etc. So without no further ado, so let's get started on how to fix this. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to install WP Mail CTP SMTP. So if you're using the WP Forms there, you can follow the same exact method I'm following on this screen. But if you are not using WP Forms, then you can simply go to plugins and click on add new plugin. So when you click on add new plugin, it's going to open a page for you to install a new plugin, and you can simply search for WP Mail SMTP. So, and when you search for the plugin, it's going to pop up the plugin, and the plugin is right there. It's where you can actually install from here. So I'm just going to do that from my screen there. So you're going to click on install WP Mail SMTP from here, and then when it's done installing it, then you're going to click on open setup wizard. Then you're going to be taken to the onboarding page, and then I'm going to click on let's get started. So in this case, it's going to ask me what is the email that I'm using. So it depends on the mailer that you are using. So if you are using a custom email address, so let's say my website is tuamworld.com, and I want you, and my email is hello@tuamworld.com. So it's going to be quite different. But in this case, I want to use so if I'm using a custom domain name, so I'm going to make use of other SMTP. But in this case, I'm using Gmail, so I'm just going to click on other Google/Gmail, and then click on save and continue. So so now that you can see a notification pops up. It said the Gmail mailer works well for sites that send low numbers of email. However, Gmail's API has great limitation and a number of additional restrictions that can lead to challenges during setup. If you expect to send a high volume of email, or you find that your website is not compatible with Gmail API extension, they will recommend considering a different mailer option. So this is actually a usual notification trying to warn you that if you are going to receive an high volume of emails, it is recommended that to use another SMT, such as your custom email address or subscribing to Google Workspace. So, but in this case, since I'm presently using it for tutorial sake, and it's going to be, of course, receiving low number of emails, so I'm just going to click on I understand and then continue with the rest of the setup. So now we are going to now start from here. So you say our Gmail email workers will work with any Gmail or Google Workspace account via the Google API. Then if you want to also read more about this, then you can, there is a link here that takes you to the doc, and you can open here. So basically there are two ways to go about this. So I have the first method there, which is so I have the method there, which is creating a web app in your Google account, and then going all through this project, all this process that is being mentioned there, and then which enables you to be able to now come down and fix it onto your website. So you have a lot of you have the setup docs here that you can actually make use of, and you also have the one-click setup. Of course, this one-click setup, as you can see, is for pros. That is, you have to subscribe on the pro plan of you have to subscribe to the pro version of WP Mail SMTP. So in this case, I'm just going to use the docs setup here, which is the first method to do this. So I've already opened the docs in the new tab. So now we are going to follow this through it step by step. So now it says the first method is creating a web app in my Google account. So and after we are done with all of those settings, you are going to come back to WP Mail settings, so to continue this. So then the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to open a Google Cloud Console. So you can click this link directly here to open Google Cloud Console. So when you open it, so there is a warning here that you should ensure that you are signed out of other Google accounts aside the account that you want to be using. So the account that I want to be using is the account that I am be using to receiving my emails, which is this particular mail. So now I have the cloud overview here, which is this. So now the first thing that you are going to, if it is my first time of using Google Cloud Console, I may see a pop-up that said this, and then when I get there, so I'm going to fill all the options that is there. So then the next part that we're going to move is creating or choosing a project. So first I need to choose a project, so I can either select an existing one or create a new one. So in this case, I'm going to click a new project, create project. So when I click on project, so it's going to ask me the project name and the organization name. So if I selected an existing project, I should move on to the next step. For if it is a new project, I'm going to select the project name and select an organization there. So the project name, I'm just going to call the project name dummy site mail. So I'm going to give this, and then for the organization, so I can either browse through this, or if there is none, so so if I have an organization, I'm going to select this, and if I do not, then I can just simply click on create. So now it's starting to create the project, and while we're at that, let's sail on the next step. So the next step says that once I'm done, then I should enable the Gmail API by clicking on this. So we wait for it to be done. So our project is now done. The next thing that I'm going to click on is the API and email settings, which is this. And then after clicking on APIs and service, I'm going to click on library. So click on APIs and service, then click on library. So then it's going to bring me to the library of the API that is available and set. So then I'm going to look for the category and search for Google Workspace or Gmail API, and also if I'm unable to see it, I can simply search for it. So now I have a lot of API that is here. So to make it easier, I'm just going to search for Gmail API. So now I have the Gmail API that is there. So the next step that we're going to follow after this is to click on Gmail API and enable it. So I'm going to click on Gmail API. Then I'm going to click on enable. So after enabling it, so the next step is then creating my application's credentials. So I'm going to click on create credentials. So once it's done, the API is still being enabled. So once it's done, got it. So I'm not going to use this API, I have to create the need credentials. So I'm going to click on create credentials. So after clicking on create credentials, then the next page, Google is going to ask me a few questions to determine the credential types that I needed. So from the select API drop down, then I'm going to choose Gmail API. Then after choosing Gmail API, so let's see, so it's going to ask me, so I'm going to click on choose Gmail API. Then from there, it's going to ask me what data will I be accessing. So I should click on user data option. So I'm going to click on user data option. Then I'm going to click on next after clicking that. So then I'm going to click on next. Then after clicking on the next screen, it's going to ask me to configure the OAuth consent screen, so in which Google is going to ask me information about my app. So it's going to ask me information about my app. Then this is where I'm going to go. So it's going to ask me the app name. So I'm going to say website email. So then it's going to ask me support email. So I'm just going to click on the GYB, of course, my default email. Then it's going to ask me the logo, if I have logo. So if, of course, this is definitely meant to be optional. So let me see if it's going to this. So app logo. So if you like, of course, this is optional. So then it's going to ask me the email address that is there. So the developer contact information, so which is going to be the email address that I've been using at gmail.com. And then I'm going to click on save and continue. So after clicking on save and continue, it's going to ask me that I should configure scopes, which is optional. So and then I can just click on save and continue from there. So of course it is optional. So save and continue. I'm going to click on, then it's going to ask me the setting my or authentication client ID. So in this case, from the application type, so you are going to select the web application. So from application type, I'm going to select web application, and then I can leave the name field as the default value or change it to something more relevant. So from this, you can actually leave it as it is, or you can change it. So I'm going to just leave it as it is. So then the next part is going to be next I should skip the then I should scroll to authorize redirect URL. So then I should click on plus the add URL, that is I should click on the plus sign that is there to add the use request. Then I'm going to copy this link that is there, and then paste it here. Yeah, must not contain part. Okay, so yeah, invalid origin URIS must not contain a part or end with. So let me see what that means. A part, this and this. I guess this what is being referred to. Must use. Okay. Okay. Is this? Let's see, click and input the following. You can also copy this. Click on the plus add URL button and input the following. You can also copy this value from your WP mail settings and paste it here. Okay. So let's do that again and see what's going to happen again. Okay. Authorized. Oh, sorry, I was making use of the wrong request. So instead of authorized redirect URIS, so I was meant to skip the authorized JavaScript origin and scroll to authorized redirect URL. So I'm not meant to actually do this. So I'm going to click this. So again, I'm going to go to redirect URLs to this and then paste the link that is there, so you can see. Then from there, I can now click on create from here. So I'm going to click on create. So after clicking on create, once the app has been created, then my credentials section will expand to show me my client ID. So for now, there's no need to copy it, as I will access it from another area in a later step. So instead, I should click on the done button at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to click on done, which is right there, and then after I'm done with clicking done, I should update the publishing status from testing to production. So from this, in my Google Cloud Console, in my Google Cloud Console sidebar, I should go to APIs and services, then Alt on set screen. So this that is my sidebar, APIs and services. No, my sidebar APIs and services, then Alt on set screen. So then under user type, I should click on make external button. So first, I'm going to updating platform. It's going to put my app into internal mode by default, so I'm going to switch to external mode and publish. So I'm going to click on publish app, confirm. Then after clicking on publishing, then I'm going to, so then I have to make my app external. So when you check it, you can see that my user type is already been made back to external. So then we are going to that is only users with my organization is going to activate. The reason is because when it's set to internal, only users within the organization can access the app. So that is if let's say my domain name is example.com, all users with this can be able to access it. So then I'm going to click on in production and confirm. Then after we are done with that, so the app has been published, then the app has been published, and we already done this. It is in production, are no longer in testing, and it has been set to external as well instead of from internal. Then the next step that we're going to do is, you can see the notification here, it is in production. Then I'm going to now go to credentials by the right turn, which is this. So with this, so I'm going to click on credentials from here. Then after clicking credentials, then I'm going to see the option from here to see the credentials that I've created. Then I can click on the pencil icon to access the credential IDs. So this is the client IDs that were created, and then I'm going to click on this pencil icon that is there, and then I'm going to scroll down from here to see my client ID and client secret. So this is the client ID and this is the client secret that is here. So then I'm going to copy both values and paste it in the WP mail setup, which is this. So the client ID and the client secret. So I'm going to copy the client ID, which is right there, and paste it here. I'm going to also copy the client secret, so I can click on this and then paste it here. Yes, so when I'm done with that, so our Gmail email works with any Gmail via the Google API. So then when I'm done with that, I should click on save settings. So I'm going to click on save settings. Okay, there is a warning that is there. You need to save settings with client ID and client secrets before you can proceed. Let me see. Okay, so before continuing this, so I'm going to click on connect to plug Google. So it's going to ask me this. I'm going to click on this. Okay, so I'm going to click on this and click on continue. So it's now saying I've successfully linked the correct site in my Google API project. Now I can start sending. So then I'm going to click on, so this has been connected, and then I can put the from name, from it, and this one from email, then save and continue. And then it's going to ask me which email features I want to enable. I want to improve this, I want to do this, and click on the option that you want, and then click on save and continue. Then my email address, so like so this is actually optional, so it's simply meant to help improve WP email, SMTP, and smart recommendation. So I can do this, and I might decide to skip the step. So I'm going to click on save and continue. So it is still loading. Then it's going to so it's say I'm presently using WP Email SMTP Lite, which is actually fine by me, and then I'm going to skip this step because I do not have the pro version yet. So then it's checking my mail configuration and say congratulations, I've successfully set up WP Mail SMTP. So and that is done. I can click on finish setup. Now anytime that so now everything is actually fine, and anytime that a new email, so if I should go to my contact form again, so anytime a new email is being sent, so let me open the contact form again. So anytime a new email is being sent, example@gmail.com, phone number, hello, I would like you to fix my AC. It's presently in bad shape. It's presently in bad shape as it wasn't working as it is meant to. So if I should click on submit now, so that means the email is going to be delivered to my Gmail, which I of course I had configured. So in order to test that, we are going to see if that is going to, so the emails has been successfully delivered from here. So now let's check my inbox, my email inbox, if it actually works. So now yes, this is, so now you can see I have the email, the name, the email, the phone number, and then the comment and the message, and it also showed the email. So that's how to fix it. So that's how to fix the email delivery not working on WordPress. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial, and if you have any issue fixing it on your website, feel free to leave a comment and subscribe to enjoy more videos like this from this channel. See you on the next video.